Okay guys, so here we go. I know I haven't been on YouTube in a while. It's because I've been so busy getting the container thing ready because the Lord just keeps pressing me, get it done. And I'm like, okay, I've been working till 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning, consistently for like the last week. So this is a very odd thing that happened. This right here was this grate that was put here probably 2 years ago. Nothing has really grown on this. Well, the other day, I noticed that there was something growing on it, which is this vine. And it looks like the vine that was growing a couple years ago, but it never really made it. So here's the thing. I walked out the other day and I thought, oh, wow, this thing's like grabbing onto the screens of my window. And I thought, I should pull it off so it doesn't go through the screen and ruin the screens. And I just heard in my spirit, no, leave it. And I'm like, leave it. I don't want it to chinks out my screens. But I heard, no, leave it. So I left it. I want you to follow this. Now remember, this is the house that has 3 head symbols that are in the same exact orientation as the crosses of Calvary, where Jesus was crucified with Dismas on one side, Dismas on the other, and Jesus higher up in the middle. It's the exact same orientation with these 3 head symbols. Remember, 3 head symbols together is alphanumeric. Hebrew is alphanumeric. Het is the 8th number of the alphabet. So it's 888. So 888 means the salvation of our God. Jesus, the salvation of God, which is literally written on this house. It's insane. So now here comes this vine. Follow the vine. Okay, now watch this. Here comes the vine, and it's starting to bud these flowers right here. Now watch. Look where the vine goes. Oh my God. It's going straight up the... I mean, that's insane. Okay, guys. It's going straight up the middle head symbol, which would represent the cross where Jesus was crucified, because this is the one that's in the middle of the two, one on each side. Now, here's what's going to blow everyone's mind. Do y'all know what kind of plant this is? This is a passion flower. Passion flower, it represents Jesus Christ. So not only does the house have Jesus' name written in Jewish gematria, here comes a passion flower all the way from the corner of the house, straight down the center, growing straight up the center of this head symbol. And God is my witness. I did not take this vine and try and manipulate it to grow there with my hands and put it there. I did not do that. I've watered it, but that's it. And look at that. It's going straight up the center head symbol in between the 2 blocks. That's crazy. Okay, here's where things get even crazier. I'm trying to get the house ready like for a wedding, like you would for a wedding reception. Well, I'm marrying somebody on the radio tonight. Eric and Susie Harless are getting married. Well, he's been sending me a couple emails of, stuff associated with the wedding. So in tonight's show notes for the radio program and I can show people images while we talk about what's going on with their wedding. Well, he sent me an email and he said, hey, Jonathan, the Lord put it on me to buy a menorah, to put on his table that's in his house and for their wedding. I'm like, okay. But he said, it's the strangest thing. It has a vine growing that's on the menorah, and one goes straight up the center candle of the menorah. I was like, wait, what did you say? And he's like, yeah, it goes straight up the center thing. So I'm going to walk y'all inside. This is the table that the Lord had me produce for the container. It's a dining room table representing a wedding. Now it says, I am that I am, right side up, I am that I am. There's a right side up, upside down cross at 4 corners. And then down underneath here, it has the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew going from this side around that side counterclockwise or clockwise, because it's written differently. Now listen up, this is so crazy. Okay, this is about to go in that container. The container will be ready probably in a couple days. I mean, it'll be ready to, like, if I was going to have a wedding reception, it's almost ready. We're going to go into my office real quick, and I'm going to show you the email from Eric Harless that matches what's going on the front of this house. And I mean, he has no idea. He doesn't know there's a plant growing on my house that's a passion flower, a vine. And he literally called me up and said, hey, Johnny, yeah, the Lord told me to get this menorah. It's really cool. It's got a vine going straight up the center candle. So here you go, yeah. I mean, what are the odds? Like 1 in a trillion? So here's the menorah that he was talking about. It says Jerusalem, Holy Land. And look, the vine going straight up the center. Look at that. The vine, he even said it on the phone. Yeah, it's got a vine going straight up the center house. I was like, what did you say? Oh my God. And look what it says. I heard from the Lord after I bought our wedding ring and table, and I heard buy, he meant B-U-I, buy a menorah, make it rustic, here it is. Now what's really odd, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 crosses on this thing. There's 4 crosses on the table. I mean, it's so crazy. It's like, so anyway, this is getting really, 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 really interesting. So we got all this done. We dug up all this dirt, weeds. You know, we're fixing the drainage. Just like we're getting ready to have a wedding reception here at the house. That's, you know, we're trying to get it all ready. So here we go. We got the deck built. Kind of reminds me of a ramp, kind of like going into an arc a little bit. Up the ramp. And so now we're getting ready to do metallic epoxy on the floor. The 2 big mirrors. These 2 giant mirrors are going to go here and here. Now let me show you something really crazy. I had no idea it was going to turn out this way. We installed the door. So what's going to happen is when there's a mirror on that wall and a mirror on that wall, with a gap, with a border in between the 2 mirrors, that's exactly what the door turned out to be, which I did not know. So if you're standing in here and the lights are on in here, that's going to turn into a mirror. So if you're standing over here, it's going to be like your infinity mirror where you see yourself forever and ever, because you'll see your reflection in both mirrors. This is just mind-boggling, guys. So, again, this is like an Old Testament story. This is crazy. Every little step along the way has been supernatural, and I've been documenting it for you guys because no one will believe it. I mean, who would believe this? So let me show you the spiral staircase that's going in. We're almost done with that. So we got the spiral staircase in, and I'm like, you know, how random. Because when you think about it, Isaiah says, and it says in 2 Peter 2, that angels that sin were cast into chains of darkness. Those chains of darkness are your DNA, folks. That's what it is. And that was the big mystery that had to be solved. Our bodies are those chains of darkness. And so I find it fascinating that the stairway literally is going to look like DNA. Is what it's going to look like, a DNA chain. So we're almost done. I'm super excited. And we're coming to the end of this. We're getting close. So that's about it. And so I'll keep you posted.